Zed-Voices of the Youth's podcast, a podcast that amplifies.
Yeah, so moving on to a different question, yeah? But still on transactional relationships. So now we want to find out, is it true that transactional relationships lack loyalty? You know, for example, when those benefits are no more, does that mean that's the end of a relationship or a branch? If you went there for money, Zasid and Ramazang, does that mean everything ends now in a relationship?
For transactional relationships,
Yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
For transactional relationships,
Why do you think so?
yes. Because initially I was seeking something from this person, right? I'm seeking something from this person, and that's the only thing that's making me stay with that person. So now that person no longer has what I'm looking for, what I want, what he was offering in the beginning. What's the point? Yeah. So for transactional relationships, yes.
That's what's up.
I feel like my take is also the same as hers.
What
As
did you
long
say?
as it was a transactional relationship in the
exactly.
beginning, it was like an agreement.
Yes.
Okay, I knew initially what I wanted from you.
Mhm.
It's no longer there, so
That's
might as well dip.
Yeah.
that's sad.
Yeah.
That's sad.
So it also just depends on the grounds of what your relationship was about in the first place.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
But why don't we talk about this thing? Why can't you just be blunt about it? No, I just want to.
I think
people
you
don't
can
talk about
tell.
them?
Yeah, and honestly,
You people
talk
don't
about
talk
them.
Yes. At the beginning of the relationship, don't you have
I just want
conversations
money
with your
from
partner to say, oh, this isn't an exclusive relationship?
Mm.
I feel like such conversations should be had at the beginning of a relationship.
or not even just that. I feel like it's also quite a sensitive. You can't just go and say, okay, I'm here for your money, but like, what was I about to say?
You can tell.
Yeah,
you're saying you can
exactly.
tell. Yeah.
So you can tell. I think you can tell a girl who's after your money and a girl who genuinely loves you.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
you don't even have to. It's like, there's no two ways about it.
No.
You can tell a girl who's giving you pressure that she just wants, she's here for
Where
the pocket.
she
Just
only
here for
texts
the
you and, oh babe, I need a
All the time it's I need.
But when
I
you're
need.
saying I want to see you, actually,
Uh-huh.
I have
Yes.
something to
Yes.
do today. Yeah.
That's very true.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, I've heard this before. That she only kisses me, gives me these things after she sees money.
Yes.
But pari them into one government go now to wala.
Yes.
But that's
Yeah.
very
Yes.
true. Yeah, okay, it's good to know that. That's what Munga on my interviews. Yeah, so yeah, like you're interviewing me.
Yeah.
So the other question now is moving on to society and peer pressure itself. Would we say somehow society also pressures us into transactional relationships?
Yes, it
For
does.
example, you hear at marry rich, things like that.
I would rather cry in a Bentley than cry in a Corolla.
Yes, such statements. Honestly, yes, it is society that pressures us into these things. Like I said initially, keeping up appearances is what this generation is all about.
Yeah.
You want to know, my boyfriend got me 100 stems of roses, 100 stems that cost 2,100 when he could have given you that money for something sensible. Yeah.
Dreams, business,
You get, yeah?
things like that.
And also,
So-
just to divert a bit on that same issue, there was a time when I was telling my best friend, me and her were saying how in as much as we like the flowers,
Yeah, we do want the
We are
flowers.
quite sentimental.
Yeah.
We like things that last, like something that will remind me constant.
Mhm.
Don't buy me flowers that will finish. Why you buy me flowers that will
Money
finish?
They'll dry up.
Give me the money.
Yes. You can get me the
Money.
flowers.
Man, this one, because we also had a conversation with some bros to
Yeah.
say sometimes how I can give my friend, like a guy, money. It could be 20 kwacha, 100 kwacha, or anything like that. He will never forget that I gave him that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the other gender, I can give you 5 zad, but once it's done, you even forget that I'd actually given you 500 at some point. Why money? So ndiye mapinea.
That's the thing. Transactional relationships, Mwandi, it's stressful.
Yeah, but what would you say about society?
Yeah, that's
Pressure.
so the pressure with society right now is we've created a standard. Yeah, there's a certain standard the man must live up to if he's dating you. Yeah, there's a certain standard to say, oh, he's supposed to maintenance money, no flowers just because, no. I'm not complaining. Yes, I do want the flowers once in a while. Just remind me, oh, I love you.
Yes.
Here's a bouquet of flowers.
We're not saying we don't want flowers.
No, we're not saying we don't want flowers. Please take notes. We're not saying we don't want flowers, but I would rather my partner gives me a sentimental gift. Yeah, like Society, man,
There's a lot of pressure from society.
Yeah.
Because we hear so many things.
Mm.
You know, a guy should have a car, you know, he should have a lot of money. And I'm not saying this is wrong. you
No,
know.
it's
Yeah,
well,
because
yeah.
at the end of the day, you need money.
yes.
But there's a way that we're supposed to convey that message. to
Exactly.
say,
Okay, just to like
Yeah.
pitch in on the society. Yeah. This thing of society, let's also go to the peer pressure side. You know,
Yeah.
there's so much peer pressure on social media.
Mhm.
This thing of feeling, especially these TikTok, Instagrams, you're seeing your friend's man is surprising them with cars, and I think we should also just learn to some extent, let's just be content. And I think if we were all content,
Yeah.
the world would be a better place.
Honestly.
True.
Mm.
And true.
I think it's just like, just be content. What your man can afford is what your man can afford. Don't start looking at other relationships. You don't even know where they got that money from. You and
That's the
Dan,
thing.
you and Dan. You're just
Dan.
What
you're just admiring.
What
And
they
the
are
same
showing
thing.
on screen.
And the same thing of peer pressure. I'll give some rough example of some friend of mine, like a guy. It really breaks my heart when guys emotionally break down. You know, when a guy breaks down you know that you've literally broken him. So he was complaining to me. He was complaining how, like, what's wrong with girls these days? Like, you guys, this issue of money, this financial thing, is actually a very big problem around. So he was complaining on how the girlfriend changed on him suddenly because she's also somehow like a social media girl like that. So she changed because she found new friends. You know, she now has content creator friends, or like she's doing stuff that she never used to even do, like in the relationship, maybe like clubbing, or you know, just things that she never used to do initially because of the same peer pressure type of thing. And then the fact that which is a whole conversation for a different day, this thing of dating somebody who's your age. So they were basically the same age. So you know, this thing of, you know, your friends telling you can't be dating your age mate, the bigger boys and whatnot. Now she finds these bigger content creator boys who like her, and then she has this trying out boyfriend. And this guy was actually very, do you know how much Kago 88 at he never loved you. You were taken to Kago 88. Do you know how much girls are very ungrateful to some extent?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
You
We are very
forget these
ungrateful.
things.
You
Yes.
forget. The same man who was buying the same chocolates, on your period, he brings you chocolates,
package.
a care package,
You know?
all that for you just to tell this guy that you deserve better. What better do you want?
Hey.
Imagine she told this gent that she deserves better. What better?
Nangami.
Eh? How about
Why
you?
it's a selfishness? Nangami. Why do you deserve better?
Men's
I'm not
mental
telling
health
you
is at
think that
stake
much,
at this point. Men's
you
mental
know,
health is at
and it's
stake.
crazy, guys.
It's honestly
because
because
as guys,
yeah, as a man, you love this girl, you want to make her happy, so now you're breaking your back because
you know,
she wants to show social media my man loves me.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know why we need to show the world that my man loves me. It's so important to this generation that the world needs to see that my man loves
you know,
me.
to see people should see.
They
People should see.
This is
And
the
then
lifestyle
again,
we have.
he should buy you 20 stems of roses, you're not happy.
Yes,
He's trying.
yes.
He's trying. He's bought you 20 stems. You're not happy. You want 100 stems. Hi, guys.
I can't get on a bus. You know, girls that say that.
Yes, there's a lot going on.
True. I actually also had a friend who was complaining about the same thing of the bus. It's a very real thing. Like, I can't get on a bus, young. All of a sudden.
And we're very unrealistic as a generation.
That's the
So
thing,
you
you
find
know?
you
Very
find
unrealistic.
you've seen a girl who's dating an older man, and he's got all his life he's figured his life out.
Yeah.
He has all this money to throw around.
Yes.
But you're dating someone who's
Yeah.
5 years older than you. He's still trying to get his life together, but you expect him to give you 10,000. 10,000 which he doesn't have himself.
Imagine.
We just survive at this point.
Because there's no way you want person to give you things that you even know. This one, because you even know what I do. So
Exactly.
you can't ask things that are beyond. But I think this robs us of genuine connection.
Yeah. Yes, it
True.
does. It
Very,
does.
very, very true. And I think lastly, we can just share a few on how we can build healthy relationships. How can we build that?
I feel like at the beginning of a relationship, first of all, like I said, conversations at the beginning of a relationship is very important.
Yeah.
It's very important to know, this person's emotional background, certain things. To build deeper connections, I feel like the only way you can get to a person is by having a conversation with them. Yeah, that's the only way you can actually get to someone emotionally. Otherwise, at the beginning of the relationship, let's say you meet at a restaurant, fancy restaurant, and you assume this is
conversations irrelevant na mpamvu we cement no angoze baimvera bafana bakulu na angoze